Thanks so much for joining me. So I wanted to bring you another video. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. This is a timeless reading. You could also use this as a manifestation reading. All you need to do is claim this energy as your own. I get my information from God and from the Holy Spirit. I don't use any um, cards or anything. Um, keep in mind, we all have masculine and feminine energies in our bodies. So masculine can be feminine, feminine can be masculine. Use those terms as they make sense in your situation. Um, Also, I don't know if I mentioned it already. If you'd like to work with me on spiritual advice, twin flame stuff, astrology readings, and more, my information is in the description below. Um, And if you'd like to book a free consult with me, my Calendly link is also in the description below. All right, y'all, so let me get into it. So, um, things that I have been looking at, in addition to the stuff that I've been talking about with the the recent occurrence with the twin flames, um, and I also want to get into another angel number. I'm going to try to go over one for each of these so that you have some information about the things that have been coming to me. But a lot of numbers have been coming, and they've been coming for a long time. And just I've not been really concentrating on the way that I have lately in these videos, but I think it's good, and I think it adds something, just a different dimension to these videos. So you could let me know what you think, if you like them, if you feel like they're bringing some good information to you or not. I would love to hear, and I love to hear what you are identifying with in these readings as chosen ones. All right, y'all. So one song that came to me recently was Always Be My Baby by Mariah Carey. Um, and then another um another song, Forever, I think is the title of the song. Another one, Ooh, by Mariah Carey. Sorry. So maybe some people are experiencing some pain around that song, or just some pretty deep emotions around that song, Forever. And I'll get into some of the lyrics of that as well, y'all. So let me start getting into it. So it looks like um it's possible that you and the divine counterpart might be masculine, might be feminine, depending on who you are. Use those terms as they make sense for you. But it's possible that the two of you have been both leaving your options open, and I think it it was meant to be. But I think that lately there's been a lot of issues around leaving your options open, and I think the divine masculine, for some of you, the divine feminine, um really lately, either they were seeing someone else, you're seeing someone else, and you were made aware of it, or they were made aware of it, and they did not like that. And they don't like the idea or the the thought of losing you, and they don't want to be apart. Um, so it's possible that one of you got ghosted. It's possible, collective, that you ghosted the counterpart once you saw that they were with someone else, and you saying, I'm not playing with you. I've been trying to invest in you. I've been trying to give all my time, attention, energy to you, and you playing games. Okay, well, I'm done then. And the divine counterpart is like, no, you're not. You ain't done with me. You're not going anywhere. Um, so I don't know what you're doing. And so I think that for you, if you are seeing someone, and it might have happened to you recently too, that maybe you were seeing someone and then you saw them with someone, you're like, nah, this ain't gonna work. Or both, they saw you and you saw them, and both of you are like, no, no. How that felt, how heartbreaking it was, how devastating it was to see the person that you really love, the person that you see your future in, the person that you really want to build family or empires or, whatever, to grow old together, to do everything together, to be together 24/7. It's devastating, heartbreaking, um, in a way that neither of you could describe. But I think it's humbling both of you and bringing you to the point collective where you're like, okay, I don't want to keep my options open, but I think it was important to do it up to this point, to really see how it was, to explore what we really wanted, and to find our way back to each other, and to know that this is what we really want. Um, that whatever the communication is. Some of you got a confession lately, some of you got a proposal, some of you, your relationship got moved forward. I think for some of you, maybe your divine counterpart was afraid to say that they loved you. And I think this fear and the challenge to them of losing you really made them pause and push them to a point where they like, okay, I know I cannot lose the collective. This is not in our vocabulary. Another song that just came up is Mariah Carey, Inseparable. So this song, if you've never heard it before, I think you probably would be interested to either look up the lyrics or just listen to it. But the lyrics say, "Stop, thought we'd stay together, always and forever, and now I know that no one is inseparable except for us. But one of us just got to pick the phone up." I see a picture of an angel, and that might be important or relevant for um some of you, or both of all of you right now as chosen ones, that you know that the angels are watching over you, um, supporting you, encouraging you, protecting you, especially. And I think when the divine counterparts saw that the two of you were separated for a time, they're like, what is she doing? Who is she doing? What is the collective doing? Who are they doing it with? How long? Like, who is touching them? And you're probably on the other side, like, who is touching them? What are they doing? And then it was like this peace washed over you, and you said, like, the other angel numbers have come up, and one of them was 555, and it was the release. Just let it go and letting God take care of it. I cannot control the person. I cannot make them do anything or stop them from doing anything. And so for them, I think it makes them love you even more deeply, and it makes you love them more deeply too, probably. You letting go is saying, God is the one that brought me any of this in the first place, and God is the one that's going to keep it for me. If there's anything that's going to be kept, and on divine masculine side, um, or divine counterpart, whichever, if it's masculine or feminine for you, they're saying, I can't lose the collective. I can't. They can't be with anyone else. We have to be together. Like, we have so much that we have to do. I just don't know. They don't know if they're good enough for you right now. And you're saying you are, everyone has stuff to work on, so no one is perfect. But they're saying no, you're ahead, and you are, in terms of spiritual growth and development, power and things like that, you are ahead of them, and they know that. They know that you have an advantage. For you, they just have been saying from the beginning. This new love has been saying the collective is too good to be true. And there's no way that they're here with me right now. That you're like, they can't believe sometimes the way that you're forgiving, loving, kind, that you're gentle, that you're compassionate, that you're open, that you're asking them, what can you do to make things better? What can you do, to make sure that the two of you are okay with each other? And you're acknowledging that you might have made mistakes, which is different for them than anyone that they've been with in the past. And for them, um, you're bringing out the best in them, and their family, their friends notice it. And some of them might be trying to sabotage, like they might have male friends that are like, yeah, let's get with these people, let's do this, let's do that. And the divine masculine is saying, absolutely not, no more. I cannot let you influence me. I cannot let you try to ruin the union, the relationship that I have with the collective, because this is the best thing that's ever happened to me and the best thing that ever will happen to me. They know, what's in your spirit. They know what's in your heart. They know you're kind, gentle, loving, that you're there for them, that you try to lift them up, support them, that you're their biggest fan, that you've always been there, that you've been protective over them and spiritually have a hedge around them, that you petition God for them, that you go to bat for them, and they know that no one's going to hurt them. They know that when you're around, they feel so loved and they feel this warm and fuzzy feeling. They feel like as long as the collective is by their side, that they'll be, they'll have everything that they want. They'll be, like not only loving, kind, gentle, caring, the collective is all those things, compassionate, um, gentle. I probably said that, but especially gentle with them, that they think about you constantly, that they might have drawn pictures of you. That's what came up. They might stare at pictures of you constantly. Um, that they're afraid at times that you might not love them if you knew about them. Um, but I think they have some growing to do before they could get to your level collective. And I think, again, like I was saying with them, like they might have drawn pictures of you. They might be drawing, sketching pictures of you. They might show your pictures to friends, family, other people. And um, they're so they know the abundance in your energy, and so everything increased, everything got bigger, brighter, better when you're around. Like you collective might have seen, like when you tapped into their energy, like flowers growing out of control, things blooming. This is the spring right now, but new beginnings, things happening. And for them, they know and they see, like that some of them might be worried about their finances and like, can I take care of the collective? Like she's got some amazing stuff going on, and like she's always taking trips, she's always like got something new on or doing something, amazing. And she's always talking about how she's learning new things, getting trainings and this and that. And they're like, they don't know if they can measure up to you, collective. And you're saying to them, I never require for you to do anything except be yourself. That's all I ever ask you for. And for them, they can't lie. That's the truth. You only ever ask them to be who they are. Another song is coming up by Jessie J. Um, don't lose who you are in the blur of the stars. Seeing is deceiving, dreaming is believing. It's okay not to be okay. And also, I say it's okay to be okay. Because sometimes people around you have so many wounds, and it's because of the way that they've hurt other people. and they want you to share in that as well. And so they end up trying to hook you up with karmic people, and or hook your counterpart up with karmic people, and then they get hurt, and then they're like, nah, you can't trust this person, because they'll try to be deceptive. They'll try to hook you up with someone, and then you'll get your relationship could be ruined, your union could be ruined, because they're not happy. They don't want to see you happy. They want to see you lose everything. They don't want to see you have anything in the first place. So unfortunately, sometimes your counterpart is surrounded by people, or you might be surrounded by people collective that are like that. And so just keep in mind, that you trust your intuition, trust the spirit to tell you the truth about everything and to guide you in the right direction. But the you and the counterpart seem to be reconciling, seem to be, getting back together and being okay. And that is where you want to be. That is what you want. The thing is, you're deciding, how do you want to move forward? How do you want to commit to each other? What are your next steps? What do you want to do? So that you can make sure that nothing like that separation happens. There is a purpose always in it, but it doesn't have to be that long. And you can actually end it and come out stronger as a team for that. So, but just let me get back to this angel number. I don't want to make this video too long. 1010. So it's 2 1s and 2 0s. Um, and that one is about new beginnings, uh, leading yourself, ambition, the power of being intentional, and 0 is infinity, divine wholeness, and your potential being unlimited. Um, Also, that that number 0 amplifies the number that's next to it. And again, we were talking about the new beginnings, ambition, um, being intentional, and leading yourself. And so those things also, first, number one, starting something new, being independent, manifesting with just the power of your thought, and 0, again, being about eternity, forever and ever. And for some of you, as twin flames, like in the Bible, in the New Testament, it says God has set eternity in the hearts of men. They cannot fathom what it is from beginning to end, but eternity is like, can't, I know, we try to imagine it, it's like forever, but if you're with your twin flame, and for some of you are, for some of us we are, for some of us we are not, and that doesn't mean that you won't get into union in the near future, but some of you will. Some of you will not, but um, for those of you that will be, and it might be a lot, if not all of the ones that are listening here, you might be getting into the union soon if you're not already, but these numbers could be signifying that you could be getting into union very soon if you're not already. But this separation, like the brief separation, could be moving you forward faster. But it's a deepening interest in meditation, prayer, being mindful, noticing synchronicities a lot more often. Like I was telling you about, these numbers are coming up, and that's true. The angel numbers are just pouring out of the sky, is what I'll say. But feeling this pull toward your purpose, your calling, and also being expanding, opening up, and you'll see how that unfolds in your life. But in love and relationships, it could be um, that you are going to meet someone new, someone else could be coming, or it could be that you are here already with the person, and maybe you need to really talk and figure out, what is it like, is, are you going to commit to each other? Because they might be afraid that you don't care. You might be afraid they don't care. And to really be expressing some things these days to each other is really important. And um, being more deep, being more genuine, authentic with each other is really something that's important as well. For twin flames, it can mean that you are coming into union very soon. Um, and it could be that you need to get ready. You need to, again, focus on your purpose. What are you intending? What is your calling? You need to really focus on, if you want to get into union, what is it that you need to do? How do you need to heal so that you can get there? So that when you do get into it, you're not making mistakes that you don't have to make, because it doesn't matter where you are on the journey, you still got to be working on your stuff anyway. But it gives you more hope when you are, dating or in a relationship that's good, that can be beneficial for both of you, and I would say abundant in a lot of different ways. But you need to be focused on your healing. Um, uh, Release this worry, this doubt, this fear. Take your time, do it right so that you don't make mistakes, like I said, that are avoidable. Staying grounded, continuing to build your spiritual abilities, gifts, and power, and also staying open. Um, all right, y'all. So I didn't want to make the video too long, but this can mean also there is a lot of opportunities coming up, new beginnings. You could be starting a new business or growing. One could be growing exponentially. You could be leading more. Um, and this is something that for a lot of you, you're called to do as the chosen ones. Also, trusting your professional instinct. You know what you're doing, you know what you're talking about. Also, working together with others can be, this is the number two, partnership and things like that. Could be one, harmony, unity, and things like that as well. Um, all right, y'all. So again, thank you for joining me, and I'm going to bring you another video soon. As always, happy lighting fast manifesting. Um, Continue to glow up, continue to watch or listen to things that lift you up, continue to work on growing your spiritual gifts, abilities, powers, continue to work on surrounding yourself with people that want you to win, and energy that lifts everyone up. All right, y'all. I'm going to talk to y'all again soon. Again, happy lightning fast manifesting. I'm going to talk to y'all soon. Love y'all. Bye for now.